time to get geeked up.
So what have we done, man? We've talked some rap documentaries. We've reviewed the movie. We told you what IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes thought about it. We answered those kitchen questions, which leaves us only one more thing to do. Review this movie officially. Now, usually we do this separate. We each have our own. Lately, I've been having my own sound point system. Liam always has his classic Nick Cage, Stone Cold, Rudy's Dad, and the Men on Film.
4-point audio scale.
In the vein of not starting another West Coast versus East Coast, a Biggie and Tupac feud, me and Liam have agreed to tie our bandanas together and give one joint review. One joint review of this movie. Now.
So yeah, but we're gonna stick to the 4-point audio scale, however. Okay. So I guess if we, as a Geeked Up podcast, united as a whole, I guess we'll start off, if we like it, which would be the Stone Cold Steve Austin hell yeah, but if we like it, we give it a Biggie from the Source Awards going, Brooklyn in the house.
Straight up Brooklyn in the house, representing.
All right, so Brooklyn in the house, if we don't like it, okay, similar to the Men on Films hated it, we're going to give it a I'm ready to die.
I'm ready to die.
That makes sense. That
makes sense.
Because I couldn't stand this movie. I'm ready to die.
Yeah, I'm ready to die. However, if we really, really hated it, the Nick Cage horror scream, however, we're going to give it a you Oreo cookie eating, pickle drink juicing.
You chronic smoking, Oreo cookie eating, pickle juice drinking, chicken gristle eating, biscuit fucking sucking, motherfucker, V8 juice drinking, slim fast blended, black greasy motherfucker.
Of course, from that hilarious song where Biggie's fucking Lil' Kim the entire time, and she's saying fucking humiliating, mean things in one of the great '90s like comedy tracks. Remember, and we've talked about it before. That could be a closer look as well, dude. All-time best comedy tracks on rap albums. We'd have to get Ross.
Comedy tracks were just like track 4 is Mickey on the DMX album. Who is it? It's me, Mickey. All right. Yes, dude. Just like you're right, dude. Just like all the little sketches and skits.
Yeah.
I want to be a motherfucking gangster. You better ask somebody.
Oh, man, that one is a good one.
Yeah. That might be number 1, dude.
Yeah.
Legend has it that was Little Bow Wow.
Oh, is that the legend?
That was the legend.
Okay, interesting. All right, so that was our Nick Cage horror scream. And then if we absolutely loved it, and I'm really excited for this one, but the Rudy's Dad, if you will, on behalf of the Geeked Up podcast, mind you, but we're giving it a Super Nintendo Sega Genesis.
Super Nintendo Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this.
Super Nintendo Sega Genesis
for the Geeked Up boys, obviously. Big shout out to Nintendo and Genesis here
that's
at Geeked
amazing.
Up.
I was somehow trying to figure out a way to incorporate that into the intro because it was Geeked Up. I was gonna do a Super Nintendo Sega.
Very Super Nintendos, but I mean that's the height of Geeked Up entertainment right there. As high as you can get would be a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis. So
the only other thing I would say is for the Stone Cold Brooklyn in the house. Do we go with the Biggie version or do we go with the Andre Davi from the Sucker MC challenge? Because I think that was one of our words we had to use in a rap song was Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I think you just hacked
Brooklyn
Biggie
in the
and
house.
Andre
Brooklyn
go,
in the house.
Brooklyn in the house.
I think that's what I told him to, but then he remixed it into a Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean that episode. If you haven't listened to it in a while, I mean,
somebody has because the listens get more than our fucking new episodes on a weekly basis.
Because if you listen to that episode, my brother-in-law will be doing push-ups for PTSD. I know me and Liam have it from listening to that episode. But
yeah, I guess we got to talk about the PTSD challenge.
I will point out that Andre did take a lot of artistic liberties with our rap songs we wrote for the Sucker MC.
Yes, took a lot of beer breaks. Breaks to run outside and buy beer, fucking 12 ounces at a time from an apartment. Buy a 6-pack, you fucker. What do you do?
But let's give it then our official review. And I think we're speaking for both of us. Where for Biggie, I got a story to tell. We are giving it, not the Liam version or the Andre version, but the Biggie's Brooklyn in the House.
Straight up Brooklyn in the house. Representing.
Brooklyn
equivalent to the Stone Cold. And we'll be honest, though, dude, I was in between. I think you were telling me that you were in between a Brooklyn in the House or a Super Nintendo Sega Genesis. I was more on a Ready to Die versus Brooklyn in the House. But I feel like talking about it, having talked about this movie during this podcast, more so after having just watched it versus last night versus talking about it today, I'm on a solid Brooklyn in the House.
Okay,
right?
solid Brooklyn. I'd say
me
too.
No more veering back and forth.
Yeah. I think we could both sum it up, like our thoughts about it, with just like, was it a totally pointless, a documentary at the end of the day in terms of with new information or anything to the story that we haven't seen or didn't know that get contributed? Yeah. No.
Besides him,
did I love watching every minute
player.
of it? Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so it's just like, it's super entertaining. If you love Biggie, you're going to love watching it. If you don't know anything about Biggie, I think you'll love watching it. If you know everything there is to know about Biggie and don't really need to relive it, then you're probably not gonna enjoy it. There's nothing necessarily new. If you were looking for anything stimulating about the whole case or trial, there's nothing there. But if you're looking for if you love Biggie and you want to relive the glory days and the positivity around him, it's a fucking home run,
Yeah, big time, 100%. Definitely a good watch, and I think it was only like an hour 40 too. I don't even know if I mentioned that, but
okay, yeah,
I think its runtime was only like an hour 40, hour 30, so easily watchable.
I mean, I guess just on that real quick, maybe could they? Because like we said, the Wu-Tang thing I think was either a 4 or a 6-part documentary. The Beastie Boys I think
4 episode.
The Beastie Boys I think as well 4 episodes. So if they wanted to do this over like a 4-hour miniseries, then you could have gotten into the other subject matter where it's like, okay, the 4th episode is the fucking episode all about the murder. The first 3 are positive. The first 2 are positive. And then,
for sure.
So if they wanted to add more about his actual violence or anything negative about him or get into the unsolved murder case or anything, they could have mini-seriesed it. But if you're just going to do a 90-minute fucking doc, let's have some laughs, smoke a blunt, let your eye drift askew, and
absolutely. So I guess with that, the joint Geeked Up boys are giving it the Brooklyn in the House review.
Straight up Brooklyn in the house. Representing.
Ooh, baby, it's time to get geeked up.